Hey everybody, Yankee here. I'm sure most of you have already heard that Wayne LaPierre has resigned from the NRA. He is no longer leading the NRA. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is a huge victory. LaPierre stepped down. The NRA is going to be for us, the gun owners again. It's going to work the way it was supposed to. And the only people saying that fall into two groups. People that are completely ignorant of what's going on here right now, which is understandable. And people that are in on it and trying to convince us that the NRA is once again going to be on your side. People that are profiting from the NRA still. Remember all these fear mongers and profiteers that were more than happy to cash the NRA checks as long as the money was flowing, and never said a bad thing about the NRA till the money stopped flowing. And then when it started flowing again, they started cozying back up. Those are the ones trying to tell you this is a good thing. Because this is not a good thing. This is not a victory for us, the gun owners. And this is not a sign of change at the NRA. The only reason LaPierre stepped down is because the jury has been seated for the civil trial against the NRA, where people like LaPierre are accused of misusing their nonprofit status and misusing funds that come from us to support their own lavish lifestyles instead of actually fighting for gun rights. In fact, LaPierre, just one instance that he's charged for is where he spent like $500,000 of our money to take his family to the Bahamas. Things like that. And him stepping down right now is only because the jury has been seated and the trial is about to begin. It's a way to try to protect as much assets of the NRA as possible, trying to separate him from the organization, being able to say, oh, look, the bad apple's gone. The bad apple is not gone, and there has been no change at the NRA. The rules have not changed. The leadership has not changed. It's the same people in command now that were in command when he was there. And they've orchestrated this in a way to make it appear like something good's happening when nothing is happening other than them protecting their own necks and their own pocketbooks. And don't be surprised if they beat this lawsuit, that, surprise, LaPierre gets elected again. But for now, while the lawsuit's going on, and if they lose the lawsuit, especially if LaPierre is found liable in his individually, he'll stay away, at least officially. But if they win the lawsuit, it gets dismissed, whatever, don't be surprised if LaPierre is right back where he was. Because this is not a victory. They are not making any changes at the NRA. They're not altering any of the bylaws that made it possible for these people to completely control the organization. The people that are supporting them are the same old people who just care about the money. Like when LaPierre retired, he says, I still remain as committed to our cause as ever. Yeah, the cause of padding my pockets with people's money while pretending to fight the good fight for gun rights. Which is bull crap. That's, like I said, the only thing he's ever cared about is the money and the power. What major victories have they won? Nothing. They don't want to win any major victories. When we had Republican president, Republican Senate, Republican House, they could have passed all kinds of preemptive pro-gun laws, did they? No, they'd legislate themselves out of profitability. They don't want that. So don't fool yourself into thinking LaPierre is leaving so that the NRA can change or that he was forced out or anything like that. This is a contrived plan by the leadership of the NRA to try to divvy up and divide liability and try to muddy the waters for the case, which I hope they go down because they've been using our money to live like billionaires while not fighting for our rights. It's been a fucking scam for decades. It's a damn pyramid scheme. And I hope it crumbles. To be honest, I hope LaPierre and all of his cronies go to jail. Because we don't need big organizations like the NRA anymore. We are connected at the grassroots through the internet. We know everything that's going on everywhere. We know where our money needs to be if we want to fight for the rights, gun rights in this country. We don't need a billionaire, millionaire, whatever, in his fancy, $10,000 suit riding in his limo telling us, oh, give me the money because I know where the fight is and I'm the one that knows how to do it best. We don't need that anymore. We got people on the ground that know far more than LaPierre ever knew about anything. Hell, Dan at Sporting Systems is more competent than LaPierre ever was, far more competent. I'd much rather have him tell me where to go put my money and tell all of you all through the internet where to go put your money if you want to help in the fight. Then send it to someone like LaPierre. We don't need these big organizations that can collect all of our money in one giant pile and then slowly peel it off a little bit at a time when it's profitable to them. If I want to spend $5 to fight against a gun law in Massachusetts, I should be able to send $5 directly to the person fighting the fight, the lawyer that's charging the fee. I shouldn't have to give $50 to LaPierre or an organization like the NRA so that they can give $2 to the fight that needed $5. Not necessary anymore. The internet made that all obsolete, and these guys are all criminals. They never fought for us. This is not a victory. Like I said, he wasn't forced out or held accountable. Things aren't going to change. They're exactly the same as they ever were. They're going to be exactly like they always were, especially if they win this case. Like I said, don't be surprised if LaPierre amazingly gets reelected.